AFC time. Joel, why don't you start here? Let's go with the East.
4, I think we all have the Patriots at 4. Really? You guys have the Dolphins at 4 or the Jets? All right, I'm just going to continue.
Wow.
I got the Dolphins at 3. They'll be fun unless Tua gets hurt. Their defense is non-existent. I got the Jets at 2 because I think Justin Fields is interesting. I like him with Garrett Wilson. I like Aaron Glenn as their new head coach, I believe. Yes.
Yep.
Detroit. I think he's a culture guy, so I'm going to ride with him until he proves me wrong. And obviously the Bills.
That's gutsy, Joel. I think the Jets are going to rival the Saints with the worst record in the league this season. I see Fields just fucking shit up nonstop. What we saw with the Steelers, he didn't have to do anything. That defense was so stacked. They could win off of field goals last season when he was playing quarterback. So I don't think he's going to be doing anything impactful for the Jets. And wide receivers are going to be stranded alone. And running game, Breece Hall isn't even the one anymore. I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, they're splitting carries with him and then Braylon Allen.
Just weird direction. Janky coaching, not my vibe. Dolphins at number 3. Tua's going to get hurt week 4, I'm saying, to be generous. And then Teddy Bridgewater's going to come in as the backup or some bullshit like that and just blow the team up. Let's be honest, they have no realistic chance of going anywhere. That one season where they were actually winning a shit ton of games, they looked somewhat decent. Tua was healthy the whole season. Tyreek had the best career year, but that season is just so far gone from now. This Dolphins team is just a tire fire. Next, at number 2, I have the Patriots. A lot of people think they're going to take that big step this season. They've added some nice pieces, and I agree. I think Stephon Diggs is going to be an impactful player. You got Drake May, sophomore season. He looked pretty confident last season, so I'm willing to bet that he's going to take a step this season. And their running game looks pretty good, too, with Travion Henderson, the rookie. He's supposed to be pretty nice. I just think they got a lot of good things going there. Bills as the 1. Josh Allen is the man. Even though they don't have the flashy wide receivers, that team is just built so well. Defensively and offensively, there's no one who's gonna beat them in that division.
We're in absolute lockstep, Eli. I don't know why you have Jets at 2, Joel. I've never seen anyone with Jets higher than 3 yet.
I'm interested.
To me, I think they're gonna be a complete disaster. Bottom 3-4 team in football. Could Aaron Glenn work? Yeah, but that doesn't. They have no talent. They just have no talent.
Bereft of it.
They're gonna be so bad. Don't bring Bereft into this. Yeah, Dolphins at 3. I am extremely worried that they're gonna stupidly fire McDaniels after this year. Defense is terrible. The O-line is terrible, and it's been terrible for as long as I can remember. So I don't think they're going to be quite as bad as everyone thinks, but I do think Patriots are going to take that next step over them. Mike Vrabel, I think they're going to be an absolute tough out. I'm extremely worried offensively about their weapons, but Diggs, he's not a burner, but do I think he can still catch 7-8 balls a game and convert first downs for them? Yeah, lean on the run game. Some other guy steps up, they have a bunch of other 3s at receivers. These guys are just going to have to step up. Drake May needs to take that next step. But with Vrabel, you can get that defense in line. McDaniels, the OC there. I do like that. So Patriots at 2. And Bills, what are we doing? They're 1, right? So just look at this division. Is this the worst division in football?
It has to be.
And it's up there. You know what? No, but it's up there.
AFC South is close.
AFC South is worse. AFC South is worse.
I want to just ask you quickly, Lucas, about McDaniels, Dolphins head coach. I think he needs to be gone. I think they need a culture change there. You really don't want to see him gone?
No, I don't want to see him gone because the problem is, for me, is top down. The owner is a complete disaster. The GM, Chris Greer, is maybe the worst GM in the entire NFL. He is
Jerry.
No idea what he's doing. No, he's not worse than Jerry, because at least Jerry had a couple of sprees where they were drafting well. The Dolphins
Jerry still drafts well. They just didn't sign anyone.
And they'd sign everyone late. The Dolphins draft horribly, and they don't address their weaknesses. This O-line has been so bad for so long. Start with that. Your quarterback gets pushed to the ground and concussed at will. You need a brick wall in front of him, defend him to save him. So I don't know what they're thinking over there. And have no clear plan ever at backup quarterback, it seems like. is another oversight. It's just a complete. Okay, we throw the ball well. Great job, guys. Great job.
Like for McDaniels, I think they need just a stronger voice in there because the players step all over him. Tyreek's just shit kicking him on the sidelines every game. He's just getting abused, it seems like. I don't think any players really respect him that much either.
Tyreek's a diva receiver. I think he would do that to anyone, as a lot of receivers would. I think they do need just a way better DC. The problem is they had Vic Fangio at DC, and the players are so weak-minded, I guess. They didn't like him, clashed with him. They're like, oh, this is not going to work. They shipped him off after 1 year. What happened? He goes to the Eagles, and they, I don't know, just win the Super Bowl. And Patrick Mahomes. Like,
yeah.
So they are weak mentally. They're weak physically. They are
physically.
They are your favorite team.
They're weak. They're weaklings. That's what they are. So they until they grow a pair, they're a bunch of little pussy boys. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah. Okay. Good. Heard loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Joel.
All right.
The AFC West.
I got the Raiders at 4. We can probably all agree on that. I do think they're going to be okay. Fine, they're going to be more fun this year. They're going to score a lot of points. Genty's really good. Fucking Brock Bowers is sick. I'm excited to see them play some games. I think they're going to be fun. At 3, making the playoffs, I got the Chargers. Big fan of Jim Harbaugh. I think this is probably the best division in football besides the AFC North. It's fucking stacked.
I think it's the best.
So I got 3 teams making the playoffs. The Chargers are at 3. I'm going to go straight to 1 here. It's the Denver Broncos. What?
You're crazy, man.
What? Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I think the Chiefs are going to start entering that era like LeBron, where they're just going to make the playoffs, and then that's when they're going to start playing harder. Kelsey's old. He's got marriage on the brain. Fucking, I don't know. Like, they weren't the same team in the playoffs last year. They had a great record last year, but they weren't dominant on offense like they usually have been. Patrick Mahomes
in the Super Bowl.
So I'm saying compared to previous Chiefs teams, they weren't that same level.
We've said this about past Chiefs teams too, though, where it's like they lead the league in drops in the regular season. What happens come playoffs just doesn't exist. They win the Super Bowl.
That is precisely what I'm saying. I think they're going to finish second in the division and then be better in the playoffs.
Oh. Okay, sure. Joel, least favorite pick of round 1.
That would be the Denver Broncos taking Bo Nix. The that. They got Bo Nix. They got Zach Wilson, Jared Stidham, and Ben DiNucci. If that isn't
Ben DiNucci, no way.
The worst quarterback room I've ever heard of. They drafted a quarterback that made zero change to that quarterback room whatsoever. He's just another one of them. You told me he would have been picked in the 4th round. I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even want to call him a project because I don't know if you can work on it to make it better. I don't know if he can play.
I think the Broncos are going to be very good, though. I was totally wrong on Bo Nix last year. I like Sean Payton, and the defense is good.
You didn't like Sean Payton either. Also, is this the best coach division ever? All 4 coaches have gone to a Super Bowl. 3 of them have won it.
Pete Carroll.
Like, find better coaches.
It's actually insane.
Not like the best division in terms of quarterback.
But it's probably up there.
Yeah, it's quite.
Because there's always going to be a team like the Browns that just brings down another division when you look at quarterbacks.
Anchors, man. Anchor teams. Okay, for the West, I have Chargers at the 4. This is the best division in football, or one of the best. So it was hard to place these bottom teams, but yeah, I think the Chargers will have a positive record. I think all of these teams will have a positive record, but the Chargers will miss the playoffs. As I just think the 3 teams ahead of them are better. The Broncos at number 3. I like Bo Nix as much as the next guy. Actually, maybe not as much as the next guy right now. Yeah, it was a fun season. Whoa, fun storyline. Bo Nix shit kicking in the second half of the season. But look what happened in the playoffs. First game against the Bills, they got trounced. They have a hard schedule, and I think they're not going to beat a lot of these really good teams or even mid to top tier teams. So I think they're going to be a little bit ahead of the Chargers, but I'm just not as high on the Broncos as everyone else. Raiders at my 2.
Wow.
Yeah, this is kind of my surprise team. There's always one team that sneaks way up there that no one expects. This is the Raiders for me. they did a lot in the offseason. They brought the old Seahawks back pretty much. So you got Pete Carroll as your coach. You got Geno back. You got Jacoby Myers, wide receiver 1, and then Ashton Genty. Like, come on, man. He's going to be insane this season. I'm really high on him, and I just think that offense looks really nice. You got Max Crosby on as a pass rush. They just have a lot of weapons, and I think they're going to take that step. And then the Chiefs at 1. I don't need to say anything. They're just going to stay there until forever, I guess.
I go Chiefs at 1. That was the easiest thing ever for me. I don't believe that anyone can win enough games to dethrone them. Everything else I struggled with so much because I can make an argument for everything. Chargers, okay, everyone's super down on them because they lost a tackle. Okay, but I still feel like they're good enough to make the playoffs. Nope, I have them at 3. Raiders at 4. Again, I see it. Genty, Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, can Beck play? All these things. But I've seen people talk about their O-line. I don't believe in that at all. I think their O-line is like bottom 10 in the league. Probably worse. Like, I don't buy it at all. So to me, they're 4. I don't think they're going to be able to protect Geno, and Geno without protection is like the worst quarterback I've ever seen.
There's a joke there.
Denver's at 2, and Denver I could even see being like, I wanted them to put them lower. Bo Nix beat like so few starting quarterbacks last year. If you look at the schedule, it was actually ridiculous. They did feast on a lot of bad teams, not named the Buccaneers. They're a kick away from beating the Chiefs, things like that. I struggled a lot with this division, more than any other division. But Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, that's what I ended up with. Do I have a lot of confidence in it other than Chiefs? No.
Like you said, like that just has to be the hardest division to try to find an order, other than Chiefs first, and the other 3 are just such a toss-up.
I think it's the best division in the league, above the AFC North and above the NFC North too.
Yeah.
Right, AFC North. 4, I got the Browns. That one we probably all can actually agree on for the first time. Am I right?
Fine.
No.
At 3, I got the Steelers. I don't believe in the project. They'll probably finish above 500 just so that their fans never shut up about it. But
Thanks.
at 1, I got the Ravens. They're just too fucking good at winning games. Simply, like, no matter what happens, they're always in it late, and they're very good at coming out with the W. Second, I got the Bengals also making the playoffs. I think they're going to be much better this year. I think they're going to win in week 1. Finally, I believe they're playing the Browns.
They are.
Survivor pick.
Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
I got the exact same thing, sir. Browns shit. Steelers, I don't trust Rodgers. Bengals, come on, Burrow. Give me something. Just get in the playoffs. We want to see it. Give it to us.
So bad I want to see it.
Ravens, they're just a absolute legendary team right now.
For my AFC North here, I'm in lockstep with you guys. I really was this close to putting Bengals at 3 because why are they better than last year?
Joe Burrow played in preseason. They're going to win one of their first 2 games, maybe.
Okay, but they're not. They're not better than last year. That defense looked horrible in the preseason. They were horrible last year. I think they're going to be bottom 3 this year. The thing is, the only thing that I'm hanging my hat on is Joe Burrow. Because if you look at their offensive numbers last year, historically, when you have those numbers on offense, you win 11, 12 games. Doesn't even matter what the defense does. If your offense does that, you win at least 11 games, usually. They couldn't do it. Zach Taylor, I do not trust. I don't think he's very good. I think he's an OC more than a HC, head coach, for those of you who can't figure that one out. So I don't trust them at all, but a big part of this as well is I have to take some teams out of the playoffs that were in last year. Pittsburgh, I'm taking out. Bengals, I'm putting in. They also lost a lot of janky games where they didn't punt on offense and they lost, and McPherson was not Money McPherson, but he was shit my pants McPherson and would absolutely ruin the game. Ravens, the first one, Chargers late in the season. Like, they could have won these games if their special teams wasn't just as bad as the defense. So the Bengals I will have in the playoffs at number 2, and the Ravens I am extremely high on as usual at 1. I think Lamar is the best regular season quarterback maybe ever. I think he should have won MVP last year, but I get it. Allen needed his pity award. I do think they have a secret weapon that's going to come up, which I'm not going to say yet because we haven't done our fantasy draft, and I'm drafting against you lot.
Flowers.
But I like the Ravens a lot. I think they're going to have the best rushing offense in the NFL this season over the Eagles this time. So they are my number one. So final, last and maybe least, AFC South, Joel.
Maybe least for sure. Speaking of least, we're going to start in the basement with Danny Dimes and the Indianapolis Colts. I've been high on the Colts in years past. I'm out of there. I don't like what they're doing. I don't believe in what they're doing. Fourth. In third, we got the Titans. Cam Ward, least talked about first overall pick maybe ever.
Yes.
Nobody fucking talks about Cam
I know.
Ward. And I think it's a good sign, honestly. He's just fucking doing his business. He's going, he's playing, he's getting better. And who knows? Maybe the Titans will have something nice. I got the Jags at 2, almost by default. Literally, I do like Cohen, their new head coach. The Duval was super bad, but he was with Tampa previously. I believe he was their OC.
He was the OC, yeah.
And we saw Baker go nuts like that. So
And got the run game rolling.
maybe he'll have something for Trevor Lawrence. Maybe Trevor Lawrence will be decent. And then at 1, obviously, I feel like the Texans are the easiest division pick.
Speak for yourself.
Really?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm pretty similar to yours, Joel. I got the Colts at the 4. Daniel Dimes as your quarterback. I thought Anthony Richardson was supposed to be the guy there. He was looking like he could make plays, and now he's not even starting week 1. That's how you know that team's shit. Jaguars at the number 3. I don't know. We've seen enough of Trevor Lawrence, have we not? We know he can't win big games. We know he can't.
But Doug Peterson is historically like bad after his first year.
I just don't trust him, and I'm willing to take the risk and say that the Titans will finish at the 2. I'm willing to say that. The only thing I've heard about Cam Ward is that his teammates love him. He's already a great leader in the locker room. The guys are all bought in, and that gives me confidence that a team wants to win. You know, you need the buy-in from the guys. You need a quarterback who ignites the players, and I think they have the Calvin Ridley. I mean, he kind of low-key was popping off in fantasy last season. I think with Cam Ward at the helm, it's going to increase his fantasy value. He could get 1,000 yards this season. I wouldn't be surprised. And they kind of have a sneaky good running back room. You got Tajay Spears. No, listen. Tajay Spears, and you got Pollard.
You love
and
Tajay,
those two
man.
guys.
You love your Tajay so much.
That is a sneaky running back duo, and I think they can make some noise. And then lastly, he'll be back though. It's not a bad injury. And then lastly, I got the Texans at the number 1. Easy pick. CJ Stroud. Let's go.
D'Amico Ryans, baby.
Okay, I definitely agree with the Colts at 4. Easy peasy. Don't trust what they're doing. I don't agree with drafting a number 1 overall pick that you think is a project, but his upside is Josh Allen, and then he seems to not be working out, but then you immediately just sub him out for what we know Daniel Jones is, which is shit. I don't like that at all. Daniel Jones, he's bad. What do people need to see? He's bad. He's bad at quarterback. Objectively bad. Titans are 3. Now, I think they could honestly be like a frisky team. I think 6 or 7 wins is a solid year for the Titans. I do like what I'm hearing about Cam Ward, and everything that comes out of his mouth is like pure gold. Like he's just always accountability this, accountability that. Starts with me. I'm Cam Ward. Look at me. First round pick. I love it. So he's great. I kind of believe that he could work out, but still too early. Team is not great. He'll be at 3. Jacksonville Jaguars. T-Law at 2. I struggled with it. Okay, I did. Because the O-line in Houston is the worst. They are the worst in division. They're worst maybe in the conference. They're so bad. Them and the Bengals have the worst 2 O-lines I can even think of. Like, there's no protection for CJ Stroud. Everyone's like, oh, sophomore slump. Yeah, the guy literally won a playoff game last year. That team was begging to be one and done in the playoffs and still blew out everyone's lover boy in Justin Herbert. So I still believe in D'Amico Ryans. I believe in that defense. I don't believe in the O-line, but I think they're good enough in this terrible division too.
It's the same exact thing that I said.
Well, everything was the same as you said, but Eli had a little mix-up in there. So
it's fair to have the Jaguars over the Titans. I know it's a risky pick, but I'm willing to take that.
Did I almost put them in the playoffs? Yes.
They're frisky, like you said.
I almost did. And with that,